How did a young man from a small kingdom in ancient Macedonia conquer a vast empire stretching from Greece to Egypt to India in just a little over a decade? This is a question that has baffled historians and scholars for centuries, and the answer lies in the story of one man, Alexander the Great. Born to the ambitious king Philip II of Macedonia, Alexander was destined for greatness from a young age. His father, a visionary in his own right, recognized the potential in his son and ensured he received the best education available at the time. And who better to tutor a future king than the renowned philosopher Aristotle? Under his tutelage, Alexander was introduced to a world of knowledge, from philosophy and politics to science and the arts. It was during these formative years that the seeds of ambition were sown in Alexander's heart. His father's sudden assassination propelled Alexander onto the throne at the tender age of 20. But he was not a boy king unsure of his path. No, he was a young man with a vision shaped by the teachings of Aristotle and the ambition of his father. His goal was audacious, even by the standards of the time, to conquer the mighty Persian Empire. With a formidable army at his disposal, the young king set his sights on Persia. His military genius, coupled with an unyielding desire to expand his empire, would lead him to victories that seemed impossible. From the Battle of Granicus to the Siege of Tyre, Alexander demonstrated a level of strategic brilliance and courage that was truly remarkable. But it wasn't just his military prowess that set Alexander apart. His ability to assimilate different cultures, his respect for the people he conquered, and his insatiable curiosity about the world and its diverse civilizations made him a leader unlike any other. Such was the beginning of a journey that would mark Alexander as one of the greatest military tacticians and strategists in history. And as we delve deeper into his life and conquests, we will uncover the enigma that is Alexander the Great, a man whose legacy continues to shape the world we live in today. The tale of Alexander is a tale of relentless pursuit of glory, beginning with his battles in Persia. The first major test of Alexander's military genius came during the Battle of Granicus. Here he faced the Persian satraps with an army of about 35,000 men. Despite being outnumbered, Alexander's tactical acumen shone through. He used the terrain to his advantage, launching a surprise attack across the river Granicus. The Persians were caught off guard, and their ranks began to crumble. This decisive victory marked the beginning of Alexander's Persian campaign and set the stage for his future conquests. From there, Alexander moved on to the famed Phoenician city of Tyre. The Siege of Tyre was a testament to his unyielding determination. Despite the city's formidable defenses and strategic location on an island, Alexander was undeterred. He ordered the construction of a causeway to reach the city walls. His men toiled for 7 long months under constant attack from the Tyrians, but Alexander's resolve did not waver. The city finally fell, further consolidating Alexander's hold over the region. Next came the Battle of Gaugamela, perhaps the most significant of Alexander's battles. Here, he faced King Darius III, the ruler of the Persian Empire, in a head-on clash. Even though heavily outnumbered, Alexander's strategic brilliance and the unwavering loyalty of his men led to a stunning victory. The Persian army was routed, and King Darius fled the battlefield, effectively leaving his empire to Alexander. These victories were not just a testament to Alexander's military genius, but also his leadership. He led from the front, sharing the hardships of his men and inspiring them to feats of bravery. His charisma and courage earned him the unwavering loyalty of his men, who followed him from victory to victory, from Persia to Egypt and beyond. Against all odds, Alexander vanquished the mighty Persian Empire, but his thirst for conquest was far from quenched. As we'll see in the next scene, Alexander's ambitions were not limited to the known world. His eyes were set on the uncharted territories, the lands beyond the bounds of the maps of his time. With Persia under his belt, Alexander ventured into uncharted territories, his eyes set on the ends of the world. His ambition knew no bounds, and in his quest for glory, he extended his reach to places previously untouched by the Greek civilization. In Egypt, he was hailed as a liberator. The Egyptians, weary of the Persian rule, welcomed him with open arms. Alexander, in turn, embraced their culture, even adopting their traditional attire. He founded the city of Alexandria in Egypt, a place that would later become a beacon of knowledge and culture, home to the legendary Great Library. But his thirst for conquest was far from quenched. Beyond the borders of Egypt lay the vast, untamed lands of India. Here he faced a formidable foe in King Porus at the Battle of the Hydaspes. The Indian king's war elephants, a sight unfamiliar to the Macedonian troops, posed a significant challenge. Yet Alexander's strategic prowess turned the tide in his favor. Although he won, the battle took a heavy toll on his men, both physically and mentally. The punishing climate, the unfamiliar terrain, and the relentless combat began to wear down his troops. The men, who had followed Alexander willingly into battle after battle, yearned for the comforts of home. The mutiny at the Hyphasis River marked a turning point in Alexander's campaign. His men refused to march further into India, and a disheartened Alexander was forced to turn back. Yet, he did not return empty-handed. His campaigns had expanded the horizons of the Greek world, introducing them to the diverse cultures and knowledge of the East. New cities were established, trade routes were opened, and cultural exchanges flourished. The world, as the Greeks knew it, had changed forever. Despite the hardships, Alexander's indomitable spirit led him and his men through, earning him the title of the Great. His campaigns in these uncharted territories stand testament to his unwavering resolve and strategic brilliance, etching his name in the annals of history as one of the greatest conquerors the world has ever seen. So, what remains of the man who once ruled the known world? The legacy of Alexander the Great is as vast and enduring as the empire he once commanded. Born into royalty, Alexander ascended to the throne at a tender age and went on to redefine the very notions of leadership and conquest. His audacious military tactics, still studied in military academies today, revolutionized warfare and set the stage for the expansive empires that would follow. Yet, Alexander's influence extended far beyond the battlefield. He was a catalyst for the Hellenistic period, spreading Greek culture, language, and ideas across the globe. His life, marked by extraordinary ambition and unprecedented achievement, inspired legends that have stood the test of time. His name became synonymous with greatness, a benchmark for rulers and conquerors alike. More than 2 millennia later, Alexander the Great remains a symbol of ambition, courage, and strategic brilliance, a testament to the extraordinary feats one man can achieve.